Yes, there we go. Okay, so first time I'm actually doing a recording on stream with the new PC. I'm feeling good today. We have T minus whenever this video ends until I actually start summoning for Morgan. So let us talk about it. I have Twitch chat, no, not Twitch chat, YouTube chat here with me this morning on an election day. So I'm off work and I'm off work tomorrow. But we're not talking about my life. We were talking about Morgan Le Fay, Fairy Queen Morgan, and all this spoiler stuff here that if you know, you know. First off, this real art that we now have that's unpixelated truly embodies Morgan. Truly showing her Seba face, because she is an Artoria face, as much as she probably give you the stank face if you said that. I'm pretty sure she would go on a rant if you called her an Artoria face, because because she's older than Artoria, and how if you know, you know. Your imagination can go wild. Base attack, nice and high. She is a 5-star berserker. It is not the highest thing, but we don't care. For most of her comps, your damage is going to be good enough. You don't need to worry that much about base attack. HP also high for a berserker. Like, usually they're pretty anemic. This one actually has HP that is higher than attack when their attack is 12k. So cool on that. She has more stuff in her kit to be tankier. Star weight, star gen, berserker numbers. The star weight gets fixed later. Don't worry about the star gen. Her supports usually give her the stars. MP charge 0.53%. Double arts, 3 hits. That's good. Again, like, if you crit on this, it's gonna be nice. Most of the time, you're either worried. No, in challenge quests, these do matter a lot. Especially in Invincible comp, like these are gonna jet a lot of MP if you crit on them. They're gonna jet a lot. 4 hits on the quick. It's whatever. She's a berserker and not even a quick berserker, so I wouldn't worry too much. Buster cards, they're gonna crit very, very hard if you buffer up with Vitch. And yep. Upstairs looks very nice, very modern. Let's get started with her skills. First, reminiscent of Castoria, AoE 20% attack, 30% battery, but unlike Castoria, this is not party-wide gauge. This is just for herself. She's the only one getting the 30% battery. Does that really matter? Nope. You want her to be getting this battery. It kind of would be a little strong to put an AoE 30 and an attack buff and this 30% defense down on a 6-turn. I'd say that would be closer to like a 7-turn cooldown if this was AoE, but it's not. So she has the turn cooldown at the good numbers that we like to see for Buster farming under 6 turns. Second skill, 20% battery targeted, so 50% in the kit, but she can choose if she wants to give this 20% to someone else, maybe in hybrid comps, maybe in Invincible comp, maybe just when you're Buster farming and you don't want to do mana loading, but you still want to do Oberon. This is very nice for that. She has the Castoria MP gen. It's not as high as Castoria's, but it's still like pretty high. Like, so even just bringing Morgan as a sub DPS or support is viable for some quick servants, just like as a plug suit. It's not the best. Like, Nero Bride would do the job way better, but she's not the worst at it, at least. You'd still probably pick like literally anyone. Yeah, you'd probably be picking literally anyone, but I mean, at least this is gain and a battery. Merlin would only give a battery. Like Rain's Waver, they'd be giving straight battery, but they wouldn't be helping refund, because there are times where your refund gets so good with art servants or quick servants that you just don't need batteries. Zenobia, Jarcher, not Muramasa, not unless you have MP Gain C, but you know what I mean. Really high looping servants. the gain usually is just enough for them. And now we have her third skill. This is a lot for guts. This is a lot. This is a really strong guts on a 7 turn. But remember, you're using her with Vitch most of the time, so most of the time you have 100% uptime on this, which is awesome. So 3 turn guts, 3k HP revive, 5k star weight for 3 turns. Not even for a card, just flat out star weight. Sorry. 30% crit damage. If it was higher, I'd honestly be more surprised. Like, if they actually gave her 50% crit damage on this, they probably would have seen it as a reason to bump the skill cooldown even more. Please no, it's fine at 7. Don't make it worse. Don't make it worse. 20%. Sorry, I have to pause because you can't just go through the list like this. Second part of this skill is a self-regenerating buff. That just means it procs every turn. So, you reduce all enemies' attack by 20%. This debuff lasts for 1 turn, but it happens every turn for 3 turns. So, essentially, they have 3 turns of defense down. But it means if you're going farming and you might get hit, or if, like, enemies are coming in, like, you're actually killing them and then more are coming in, they're still going to get hit by the attack down. Whereas, like, just a flat attack down, if you kill enemies and new ones come in, they don't have the attack down. So there is a trade-off with this. If Morgan goes down, that means you're not applying the attack down. But if Morgan goes down, your comp is probably fucked and you made a mistake somewhere. Because Morgan should not be dying in most cases. And then not only is an attack down, it is also crit chance down. This is important because basically Morgan can't be crit. She stacks so much stuff to stop herself from being crit that it gets really stupid. And to top off this beautiful gut skill, 15 star bomb. It's not anything massive, but considering Vitch and Oberon both have like 20 star bombs, and she has this star weight, I think you're good. I think you shouldn't need to like literally flood the stars. You should get all the stars that you have fairly easily. Like, and unlike Juno Alter, who is only buster cards, this is all her cards. Literally, if you give her stars, she's going to crit. She's gonna refund. She's gonna buster crit really hard. Passives, we got 8% buster. Magic resist 20% as a berserker, which is, she might be one of the few berserkers that actually does have magic resist. One. I think she is. Wait, no. Okay, no. We get it lower at the end of the spectrum. Sashikyo. Okay, so she is like one of 5 berserkers that actually has magic resist, and of all 5 berserkers, she has it the highest. So good point for her. She can't be. She's very hard to crit and very hard to debuff. It's like in comparison to other berserkers. Item construction EX. These debuffs land easier. The attack down, the crit chance down, and especially this defense down. Very important for damage, by the way. Arts up 8%. Nice. These 2 arts cards are good. Make them better. And she has MP gain to make them regen even more. And then her passive is she gets crit attack chance resistance by 20% as the passive. So by default, whether you have this skill up or not, she's barely getting crit. And then you up this even more, and then she really is not going to be crit. And then you have a guts on top of it. Like, berserkers die to getting like breathed on by crits. Like, this makes it so she doesn't get crit, period. So that is why Morgan is tanky. Attack down, guts. and can't be crit easily. Passives. You really have the choice. I would go mana loading just so you have more flexibility at like lottos and events. You can start with just the normal CE. You don't need to have all your skills MLB'd. No, sorry. Yeah. Misspoke that. You don't need to have all the CEs MLB to be able to like start farming. Like if you have mana loading unlocked and these two skills specifically Lord, you are able to start from a 30% CE, which for an event is amazing. It saves you so much time, especially in lottos, because it means your lotto comp is like good from the get-go. Really good. And considering that more likely than not, we are going to have Vitch for Nerofest, possibly even Oberon, having a good lotto comp with as much gauge as possible, because I believe the lotto CE is only arts and buster, it's not starting gauge. You're gonna want what you need. I mean, yeah, sorry, misspoke that too. You're gonna want what you can get. Everything you can get. Anyone that can start from 0, you're gonna want them leveled. Morgan can't start from 0, but let her crit once and then a little bit of her gauge problems is kind of fixed. This has some value because talking about Morgan's niche, a lot of them are sabers. A good number of them are sabers. So getting crit even less by sabers, especially someone like Mordred, especially with all her buffs, this is helpful. This is helpful because like Mordred has so many crit buffs, and like if you take Mordred's MP, she has a power mod against Morgan, and Morgan's already a berserker. Any defense against thumb servants from like the stray times that you don't have all your protection up could like literally save you a run. It could literally save your run. But again, literally, this should be the last thing you ever unlock on a berserker. I made the mistake on Musashi. I probably should have started 120 her if I even was going to, because I'm not. That's not gonna happen. If I'm gonna 120 units, it's gonna be Gilgamesh or Barghest, and I made that promise a while ago. But this is not a video about them. We're talking about Morgan. Speaking of Morgan, her MP, the highlight of most invincible comps: 6-hit buster AOE, damage, power mod against round table knights or Fae enemies by 50% for 1 turn. Round table knights goes without saying. All of these servants, and look at this, 8 of them out of 28 are sabers. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So that's why this has some relevance. You can bring her to fight them, and they'll just do less damage against her, or less likely chance of doing like massive damage against her. Fae enemies, on the other hand, not too many of them. In fact, most of the Fae enemies you're gonna fight are in this Lost Belt, so more of it is like her farming. Like Spriggans are like the most common out of, and I guess goblins. Yeah, it's mostly Spriggans that you're gonna find in the wild. As much as I want to see Black Wolves or Woodrows, we're probably not gonna see them too often. But yeah, so her power mod is situational at best. But that's not all of her MP. This is just like a bonus extra thing that she has. And again, this is a power mod, so it lasts a full turn. So if you are fighting these enemies, her buster crits are going to hit really, really hard. Like really hard. Especially if they're man attribute too. I'm gonna have to bring up the synergy, but if any of these actually, yeah, let's go through this. Which one of these are man attribute? Earth, man, Salter, Earth, Earth. Oof. If only, chat. If only. Earth. Oh no. Oh no. Don't tell me they did it her dirty like this. Star. That makes sense. I kind of know why he's a star. Earth. Oof. Chat, it's not good looking good. Earth. Oh my god. That is oof. Alright, I'm gonna have to stop because this is just looking painful. Your chance of overlapping probably aren't the best, but when it happens, your damage is gonna be really good at the very least. And I say that because man attributes super effective. These are two different things. These two multiply into each other. If you are using Morgan with Koi and Skya of Light, you get power mods of man attribute that multiply with this man attribute super effective mod. Morgan literally blows up anyone that is man attribute if she is buster farming. If the mobs are man attribute, which mobs have attributes, they don't have alignment. So like chaotic good, you're not going to see like a zombie that's chaotic good. You are going to see one that is a certain attribute though. It's why like the alignment buffs are better for boss killer servants than farmers. Traits or attributes are better on farmers simply because the mobs can have them. She puts curse on the enemy party. It's cool that she does it. It's not a big thing. Here's the big kicker with Invincible comps. She overcharges the party one stage, one time for 3 turns. You want to be popping Morgan's MP as much as possible. Nose is getting clogged up. I gotta finish this review soon. Basically, you put Morgan first, then Merlin, then Castoria, and then you're not taking damage unless you're fighting someone that is AoE, in which case you'll probably be popping the MPs again because you got so much gauge back. Or they buff strip you and then you're kind of screwed. Like if you're fighting Amakusa, if you do not kill him fast enough, he's gonna rip this team apart. Do not bring Invincible comp to any boss that constantly does buff strip. And finally, her Bond CE party damage against Fae trait, 15%. Man trait, 15%. Wait, man trait? Is it attribute? Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's talking about man attribute. Yeah, like I don't know why it would. Yeah, because like Fae is different from. Huh? I don't like the way this is worded. Because like traits refer to like this stuff, not attribute. So I don't know why it's worded like that. This is Morgan Le Fay. She is without a doubt one of the easiest units to be using for farming. She is a berserker. She has 50% battery. That is not block 50 that you can change how you use it. So adaptable in both farming and hard content. literally trivializes most challenge quests in the game with an Invincible comp, that if you have Castoria and Merlin, you don't even need to summon for her or for it. You can pull like an NP5 121 off your friends list and the comp doesn't change. You just be doing more damage than if you had her yourself. And let's not, I haven't even brought up her personality or how she is in the Lost Belt. I truly don't know because I haven't read it. I have deliberately kept myself from being spoiled on the nitty-gritty details of Lost Belt 6 for 2 years. Give me props for that. I only know from what I know from dialogue and what people have said on Twitter. That's it. I don't go looking for like translated dialogue. So I'm going to be experiencing this with you guys here on YouTube. Everything is going to be recorded, probably on the stream too. If you're watching it live or watching it from the video, check the VOD for this. And we're going through the summoning and everything. As Morgan must summon, her banner is very, very appealing, but here is something you have to know. Morgan has a lot of rate ups, like a disturbing amount for SSRs. Not only does she get a rate up after the end of Lost Belt 6, so after Oberon comes up, like a full another rate up 2 months, less than a month later, in possibly like a month or less than 2 months later. She's also had 2 other actual rate ups. For a 5-star, that is ridiculous to have this many. Oberon has had 2, Teach. He has had 2. His initial release and then last November. That's it. Vitch, Koi, and Skya has had more rate ups than him. If you want my honest suggestion, wait till after you pull, or if I can't stop you from pulling Morgan. She is very good. I'm going to be pulling for myself along with Melusine. But if Quartz is your limiting factor, like you don't have the money, you're only saving for Vitch and Oberon, go for them first, then Morgan, because she comes out literally immediately after. And last thing that I almost forgot, she needs Lost Belt 7 mats. I mean, not 7. Blech. Lost Belt 6 mats. Not a lot, but she needs these. Like, she got the better end of the stick. Like, if you look at Melusine, she needs 206 bells to, like, have all her shit leveled. Morgan needs 48 realistically. No, 53 of these realistically, which, because of all the stuff, like, yeah, you actually might have. So if you were going to summon for any of the Lost Belt 6 units, Morgan probably is the easiest, the most likely you'll have maxed out quicker. Melusine will take a while. Barghest will take a while. Like, she got the good end of the stick. But still, roll for Oberon, roll for Vitch first, then roll for Morgan when you know you're not going to be like left out of the meta. Because if you go all in on Morgan and Melusine before you even get Vitch and Oberon, you're not even going to be able to use those units effectively. You're not going to be able to use Melusine or Morgan right, because you need Vitch and Oberon. You need Vitch. You do not need Oberon for Morgan, but Oberon definitely helps damage. All right. That's enough for this review. It's already long enough. Nice job, Conspiracy, getting NP5 Morgan for that much. Imagine skipping Oberon. People did it, DK. People skipped Oberon and they missed out. Oberon is just one of those units. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment, sub, all that good YouTube stuff. I'm putting this at the end of the video because I'm really bad about selling out mid-video. So, thank you for watching.